Revelio. Now. Levioso. Revelio. Revelio. Hello there. Hello, Amit. Do I recall you saying that you speak gobbledygook?
I did. I do. Speak it. Is this to do with the goblin I saw you with in Hogsmeade?
It is. His name is Lodgok. We could use your help with something. He's waiting for me near a goblin mine. Would you be willing to help?
Of course. How exciting. Well, might this be dangerous?
I think he simply wants to show me something that involves gobbledygook. If it helps, he's a friend of Sirona's.
Good to hear. Good to hear. If Sirona trusts him, then I feel much better.
Lodgok is waiting. Shall we go?
Of course. I just want to check the pronunciation of a couple of key terms first. So I will meet you there.
Revelio. Thank you for being willing to help me, Amit.
You are very welcome. I'm looking forward to meeting your friend, Lodgok.
Lodgok is waiting. Shall we go?
Of course. I just want to check the pronunciation of a couple of key terms first. So I will meet you there.
A friend who speaks gobbledygook is meeting us. Before he arrives, perhaps you could tell me why we're here?
Of course. Unfortunately, presenting Ranrock with the Helmet of Urtkot did not have the effect I'd hoped. Because he knew the details surrounding its plunder, he presumed I'd had help from a witch or wizard in retrieving it.
How else did he expect Goblinkind to get the helmet back? Seems he has no interest in making amends with you.
I'm afraid we do not have the luxury of rational expectation when it comes to Ranrock. Damn Bragbor and his blasted journals.
Bragbor?
An ancestor of Ranrock's, renowned metalworker. If we are to work together, I suppose I must tell you more. Not long ago, Ranrock sent me to collect a recently unearthed set of Bragbor's journals. They described repositories that Bragbor had been commissioned to build for a group of witches and wizards.
What do you mean, repositories?
Large, magically fortified receptacles crafted from goblin metal. Ranrock recruited others to help me locate the repositories. We were to search anywhere that was connected to 5 names mentioned in the journals: Rackham, Fitzgerald, Bakar, Morganach, and Rookwood.
Rookwood Castle.
That is where we began our search.
Why does Ranrock care so much about these repositories?
He cares about what they contain. For centuries, wizards have refused to share their magical knowledge with goblins. Your kind will not even let us carry wands. Thus, many goblins, myself included, have spent our lives mistrusting wizard kind. Ranrock was convinced that the repositories contained a magical power that wizards wanted to keep for themselves. He is determined to take it for goblin kind. But
Here comes my friend Amit. Probably best to continue our conversation later.
Greetings, Lord Gok. It is an honor, sir.
You speak gobbledygook.
Oh, Bagalio.
Enough. Please do not tell me that was meant to be gobbledygook.
Yes. Perhaps my pronunciation was a bit off. I imagine certain dialects differ.
Pronunciation is not the issue. I barely recognize that as language. I trust you can read gobbledygook better than you can speak it?
I can, Sir Lord Gok.
Just Lord Gok. Thankfully, we only need someone who can decipher written plans, since I cannot join you in the mine.
What written plans? And why can't you come with us?
We need some idea of what Ranrock knows or is plotting. I suspect a careless loyalist may have left plans behind. And I'm unable to join you because I cannot risk anyone reporting my presence to Ranrock. All you need to do is not be seen, either by the eye above the enchanted door or a loitering loyalist.
Amit and I can do this.
I will await your return. I shall see you soon.
The door is looking at us.
Yes, of course. Books so rarely prepare one for reality. A real goblin mine. It's even grander than I had expected. I cannot believe I met a goblin.
Let's just learn what we can and get out.
Look at this lift. Impressive workmanship for so simple a device.
Impressive workmanship aside, it's the only way forward.
These machines operate on steam. Interesting.
Wingardium Leviosa. Accio.
Steam powered.
Also. Confringo.
I still can't believe we're inside a real goblin mine. I've read about mines like this, but seeing one is something else altogether.
Confringo! Depulso! Levioso! Accio! Armit, you'll need to stay close to me. I've dealt with worse enemies than these. Confringo!
What's a human doing here?
Levioso!
Why he's coming back this way?
Incendio! Accio! Levioso! Confringo! Incendio! Confringo! Levioso! Action! Confringo! Levioso! Accio! Incendio! Accio! Incendio!
Descendo!
Confringo! Confringo! Incendio! Accio!
That was a little more than I used to.
I'll get us through here safely, Armit. You have my word. We're being watched by a door. We won't get through as long as we can be seen by that eye. Confringo!
I feel like a character from one of the adventure books I read during the summer holidays.
Let's take a look around, Armit. See if we can find any plans.
Bound to be plans around here somewhere. A schematic. They're building something. I can't quite make it out. Curious. Let me know if you see any more plans or schematics. We can't return to Lodgok empty-headed. Fascinating to see gobbledygook written in a goblin hand.
Expelliarmus! Confringo!
Notes around here. What could they be building?
I'll cut you from shit to shadow!
Confringo! Expelliarmus! Levioso! Incendio! Confringo! Expelliarmus! Incendio! Confringo!
This way.
Incendio! Expelliarmus!
Stop avoiding me!
Confringo! Incendio!
I won't rest.
Dead! Confringo! Incendio! Levioso!
Why don't you come up here and...
Incendio! Confringo! Incendio! Accio!
Hit him.
Accio! Incendio! Leviosa!
I will not be made a fool of.
Too slack.
Just you wait till I'm on solid ground. You are postponing the inevitable.
Revelio.
I don't have time for this. I hate that. Let's get this over with.
Confringo.
Hit it. Coming back this way.
Leviosa.
Coming out.
Incendio.
I will have my revenge. Make quick work of this one. See that? I won't rest.
Leviosa. Confringo. Incendio. Confringo.
Won't get away with that.
Leviosa. Incendio. Confringo. Leviosa. Incendio.
Let's get this. Rather wide.
Confringo.
I'll kill you when I get down from here. One down the ground now.
Confringo. Leviosa.
Descendo.
Incendio. Confringo.
Won't get away with that.
Leviosa. Incendio. Descendio. Leviosa. Incendio. Confringo.
Who do you think you are?
Accio. Confringo.
Oh, this really is too much.
Stay close. I've handled much worse.
Another boiler. This place is more complex than I had expected. Another schematic. What are they going to build? This mine is too small for whatever it is. I will get to the bottom of what they've been building down here.
Confringo.
Please don't do that. I wonder if the boiler powers the lever. I suspect it must.
Accio! Revelio. Levioso. Accio. Accio. Accio.
Devil's snare. Nasty stuff if we're not careful.
Not an entanglement we need right now. Incendio.
Please don't do that.
Incendio. Incendio.
One less human to worry about. Ranrock will lead us to victory!
Confringo. Incendio.
You can't stop us!
Confringo. Incendio.
This doesn't hurt! What's the point of this exactly?
Accio. Confringo. Incendio. Levioso.
I don't think you know.
Confringo.
Kill spells glance off of me.
Levioso.
Enough of this.
Confringo.
You are postponing the This will not go well.
Incendio. Confringo. Defendo. Incendio. Confringo. Incendio.
I won't rest.
Defendo. Incendio. Incendio.
Losing your stride.
Incendio.
Pity. Confringo. Put me down. Is that the best you can do? Surrender there.
Incendio.
Are you quite finished?
Leviosa. Confringo.
I will make you. What an unfortunate disappointment. This is sad. Really, it is.
Confringo. Incendio. Leviosa. Accio. Incendio. Confringo.
No, that's embarrassing, isn't it? I should have been. How nice and utterly pitiful.
Defendo. Accio. Incendio.
That was unimpressive. I was right not to be worried about you.
Confringo. Incendio.
How childish. Let's get this over. Rather unwise coming back this way.
Incendio. Confringo.
Boning the inevitable.
Incendio. Incendio.
I've been fighting since before you were born.
Confringo. Confringo. Incendio.
I will easily diverted.
Incendio. Confringo. Accio. Incendio. A miss.
Hit it all.
Accio. Incendio.
That was meant for me.
Confringo. Accio. Incendio. Confringo. Accio. Incendio. Confringo.
you in the deepest spot.
Incendio. Accio. Confringo.
How many of them are there?
That should be the last of them, Amit. Revelio.
I'm quite good at sneaking about. You'll see.
The door is looking at us.
This is not good. They're building enormous drills, bigger than this mine could contain.
Let's get out of here and tell Lodgok what we found.
That I am. They're building something rather large. But what? Let me know if you see any more plans or schematics. We can't return to Lodgok empty-headed. Can we please talk about what just happened?
That wasn't so bad, was it?
It was. It really was. I'm afraid I've had enough adventure for one day. For a lifetime, perhaps.
Thank you, Amit. I couldn't have done it without you. Now, if you don't mind, I'd like to have a word with Lodgok.
Understood? I'll leave you to it. Your goblin secrets are safe with me, but I get to write the book about this escapade someday. Without further ado, adieu.
They're building enormous drills. We found their plans. Ranrock must be searching for the repositories.
I fear you are correct. Other than Rookwood Castle, however, I do not know where else he plans to search.
I've been wondering about something else you said before we entered the mine.
Yes?
If you share Ranrock's views, then why are you helping me?
I expected Rookwood Castle to be deserted when I arrived to begin my search. So was surprised to find a witch there who had set up a sort of improvised research site. She was studying something so intently that she almost didn't notice me. When she looked up, I thought she would react with fear or disdain. But instead she did something that I will never forget. Without a moment's hesitation, she smiled and asked me to sit with her. She told me that she was a researcher and showed me a small, oddly shaped container with a strange symbol on it. She was certain it was made of goblin metal, but was unable to open it. She wanted to work together.
Miriam.
Yes. But how did you...
Professor Fig's wife. He told me of her research, and I know of the container.
Ah. The reverence with which she talked of goblins and their intelligence and skill, it caught me entirely off guard. I'd never been treated with such respect by a witch or wizard. So, to my surprise, I let her study the container if she would allow me to search the castle on my own. We parted ways, with her promising to share what she'd learned. More of Ranrock's recruits arrived, and we began to dig, eventually locating the first repository. Ranrock was thrilled with our discovery, but furious when I told him about Miriam. Berated me for trusting a witch, when I heard she'd been killed.
You think Ranrock murdered her?
I don't want to believe it. But I don't know. After that, something shifted in me. I had seen how the power from the repositories was transforming Ranrock, transforming all of them. I could no longer remain a part of it.
Thank you, Lodgok, for telling me this.
I tell you all of this so that you understand what is at stake. Ranrock never found all of Bragbor's journals, but the ones he did find suggest that Bragbor at some point built a repository far greater in size than the one beneath Rookwood Castle. What you've discovered here today worries me deeply. If Ranrock learns of the location of that repository, I fear we shall be destined for a great war. I will find out what Ranrock knows. Watch for my owl.
Excellent work today. Class dismissed.
Ugh, can't say I'm fond of all the dung in this class.
I take it you're ready to learn your...
I completed your assignment, Professor. I'm ready to learn Bombarda now.
Good. Now, this spell comes with a caveat. It should only be used when necessary. The exploding charm, as you might suspect, can hurt people. Use caution when casting it.
I will, Professor.
I will hold you to that promise. Now, you must be precise in your wand movements. We don't want you blowing your hand off. Go ahead. Nice and steady wand movements. Remember, the exploding charm is highly volatile. Well done. Now, let us put it into practice, shall we? Go ahead and try it on the Bombarda. Textbook execution. Brother.
Professor, might I have a moment?
Yes. What is it?
I was wondering what inspired your interest in magical beasts.
Are you considering some sort of profession in the field?
I haven't decided quite yet, but I do find magical beasts fascinating.
You do seem to engage well with the beasts in class. I believe that when choosing a path, particularly of a scholarly nature, one must take into account both one's enthusiasm for a particular subject, as well as how one may best serve the students to whom one is obligated to both inspire and teach.
Of course, Professor. When did your path become clear?
I recall it quite vividly. It was the summer between my 6th and 7th years. I read in the Prophet about a wizard who'd been selling alchemy eggs and disappeared in the mountains near my home. I knew of the alchemy, of course, from my studies, but they are native to lands east of here, such as India. I wondered if it was possible that an alchemy could be so nearby. Hence, I went to find it.
Seems quite a challenge finding an alchemy in the mountains.
It was. After a few days, during which my parents grew increasingly annoyed at my absence, I found what little remained of the wizard egg trader. He was near a tree hollow, and there, inside, was a nest with 7 silver alchemy eggs.
What did you do with them?
Nothing. Beasts are to be valued for what they can provide for wizard kind. Protective clothing, potion ingredients, even wand cores. Only poachers see the value in ending a beast's life for galleons. I left the eggs alone. I hid, and moments later, the beast flew right over my head. Breathtaking. She then seemed to all but disappear as she shrunk to fit into the hollow.
That sounds incredible.
Indeed. I knew in that moment that I needed to understand all that I could about beasts and ensure that wizard kind learned to benefit properly from them. Now, I trust that I have answered your question. You would do well to continue your study of beasts, regardless of your chosen path. Beasts and all that they provide will vastly improve your life, and perhaps one day even save it.
I shall remember that, Professor. Thank you.